For sure.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. With the time change, it messes with me for sure. Probably didn't mess with a whole lot of you guys because I built the SNI calendar for mountain time so that it would update whenever time change happens. But in Arizona, we do not do time change. So my entire calendar is turned upside down right now, and I'm trying to figure out where all the meetings that I have every week.
Oh my gosh.
It is. I hate time. Time change is bad enough when you got to go around changing your clocks, but when your state doesn't do time change and every other state does, and then messes with your calendar, and it's just But we're here. We're hanging out. It's going to be a good time. Thank you guys for being here. We got 2 ninja classes remaining, this one and next week. Next week, we'll put the final ninja class on the books for 2023, the way that I have them structured anyway. If you have not yet attended one of the upcoming webinars, you probably want to jump on there sooner than later, as I'm talking about why I'm making all of the changes, what the process is to continue to work with me and my team if you choose to continue going through our learner's journey. For those of you that are interested just simply in staying kind of in the free world, YouTube is there for you. It has got a fantastic library of content that I only intend to add to. So that's going to be our double down focus as we kind of go into this year. Brad, you might be the only one on this call, I think. Forgive me, but I think you're the only one on this call that has so far been through one of the webinars. If others have, good, great. We're going to make a couple of adjustments and change some stuff around based on what we've been learning, and the feedback I have gotten has been fantastic. So thank you guys for those of you that have been there. Thank you for the feedback. Let's get Ninja class started. Everybody knows how this thing works. We're going to spend the vast majority of our time focused today on the decision maker handshake. That seems to be an area we need to continue to focus on. So we're going to continue to focus on it. Who would like to? Hi, Hakeem. Good to see you. And Rosalie. Wow, look at all these beautiful faces. Awesome. Chris Yim, there's a blast from the past. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
How's Jersey? Is the weather just sucky over there?
Yeah.
I thought so. I won't tell you that it's freezing cold, 68 degrees today with a slight drizzle.
It's been going back and forth between like snowing and being 60 degrees out.
There you go.
So that's
who's going to kick us off today?
I can.
All right, Lynn, Carl. I was waiting for somebody to step up to the batter's box. So, Lynn, you know how the decision maker handshake works. Everybody knows how Ninja class works. So let's just jump off into this thing. You have been following up. You finally got a decision maker to come out of their office and greet you right there in the lobby. How can I help you?
Hey, Zach, thanks for coming out and shaking my hand.
Sure. What can I do for you?
Well, my name's Lynn, and I'm with the Benefit Doctor, and I work with businesses that usually offer benefits to their employees, and they want to make sure they're getting the best value for the time and the effort that they put into it.
Okay.
So, do you offer benefits?
We do, yeah. We actually just went through our open enrollment.
Awesome. So that means I missed you. I'm always a day late and a dollar short.
Well, you know, at least you're out there trying to rustle something up.
Yeah, well, I'm not here to waste your time, Zach, but if you could make your benefits package better, would you?
I mean, I would love to. I feel like we're doing just about everything we possibly can, given what health insurance is.
And that's exactly what I do. I love to work with employers that say the exact same thing. Would you have 30 minutes next week to meet with me and see if you're doing everything that you could?
I mean, we literally just went through it. If you want to holler back at me in September, we'll take a look at what you got.
Cool. That's fine. If you, and I'm just going to ask again, if you could make things better, would you want to know about them now, or do you want to wait until September?
I mean, honestly, I'd probably wait till September. I hate doing this. I don't want to go through it again.
Sure. I totally get that. I will reach back out in September.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Give it up for Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
All right. So, Lynn, what was your objective when you walked through that door?
To get an appointment.
What was your objective?
Well, one, make sure that you offer benefits, and do you have desire to see if you could offer better benefits? And I didn't, you might have desire, but I didn't peak on that. I don't think.
Okay. So your objective hopefully was to get a yes, I'm willing to meet with you now, or no, I'm not willing to meet with you now, right? A yes or a no.
Yep. Yep.
Did you get your objective met?
I did. You told me not now.
Okay. So you met your objective. Therefore, you
One.
won, right? Now, for whatever reason, many times it doesn't feel like we've so conditioned ourselves that the only way we win is if they meet with us tomorrow at 9 o'clock with a hot cup of coffee. That's the only way we think we win, right?
Right.
Total BS. Hopefully, the more we do this, we will realize that avatar, desire. And you came back to that desire question a couple of times trying to figure out, okay, do you have desire to make it better now or better later? Or it was okay. It wasn't awesome. It wasn't spectacular, but I got to congratulate you because number one, you had an objective of a yes or a no. You got it. And you were able to identify, it doesn't seem like there is a desire right now to schedule a meeting right now. So I'm going to respect that we're going to just reach back out on this in September when he's in the frame of mind to look at everything again. There was nothing wrong with that.
Cool.
Okay.
It's good now.
Now, that being said, and we put a little bow on that, is it okay if we identify opportunities that could have allowed us to schedule that appointment sooner without, like, here's the balancing act. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice and some coaching, but I do not want you to detract from the primary objective, which you achieved. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So when I gave you an objection or a clarifying question, when you said, here's who I love to work with, and then you forgot to ask me what you wanted, which was, so you want to meet, you just awkwardly left me hanging out there until you started talking again, right?
Yes.
So do you want to meet? And I said, honestly, we just went through all of this. We just had open enrollment. I feel like we're doing, pretty good for what we can.
Yep. Yeah, that was a clip. That was an objection.
Okay, so it was an objection because it ended in a
Period.
What do we do with objections?
Clarify.
Agree with it and clarify. Did you agree?
Yeah. I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, you're
She
like,
did.
oh my goodness, you already just went through all this. I'm a day late and $1 short. Like, it was fun. You inserted your personality. It was fantastic. And then you clarified. So let me ask you this. If you could make them any better, would you want to make them better? Now, here's the, Zach, here's the challenge when I say, when you get stuck, right? When you get stuck and you don't know what else to do, clarify if you could, you would you,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Which is exactly what you went to. That's why I'm fine with what you just did. However, make sure that when you're listening to
Objections or
understand,
listening to them. Yeah. Listening to
when you're
understand.
listening
Yes.
to understand what they're saying, and they say, just went through all of this, I feel like we're pretty darn good. Oh my goodness. So I just missed you, day late, $1 short, whatever you said. That was great. It was cute. It was clever. It was Lynn. So let me ask you this. Were you like super happy with how your benefits package went together and the employees loved it and costs didn't go up and deductibles are manageable? Or if you could have made changes to make it better, would you, or was you perfectly happy with how it went? Right. Just by rephrasing the, if you could, you would you,
Yeah.
it allows me to understand what you're asking me instead of, hey, if you could have made it better, would you make it better? It's fine. It's a fine question. The challenge becomes, I have to admit that what we're doing isn't good enough. And for
Right.
me to admit that, since I just went through all of this and I don't enjoy it, like 9.9 out of your 10 avatars, they may be your avatar and they may have desire for the outcome you provide, but they hate your product.
Yep.
You guys get that? They ain't nobody is like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to sit down. I love my insurance rep, but they ain't none of them saying I cannot wait to sit down and have a conversation about insurance with Lynn.
Sorry, Lynn.
Yes, hey, it's all good. I get it. I understand that.
They want Lynn to come in and talk about her last trophy hunt. They'll talk about a cup of coffee. They'll talk about anything else with Lynn, but they don't want to talk about insurance. The only thing they want to talk about is the outcome you provide.
Yep.
Does that, are you grasping all of that? So it's really important that you help paint a little bit better of a picture of the outcome you provide, as opposed to, if you could make it better, would you? Well, I feel like we did pretty good for what we've got. Okay, but if you could make it better, would you? See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's
Very
okay,
generic.
but
Yep.
it's not there yet. Like, it's not sexy. It's not attracting and repelling. It's just there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better, like 5 gold stars better than overcoming objections. I'll take what you just did 100 times in a row, overcoming objections, but it ain't there yet.
Yep. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Was that helpful?
Yes, very.
All right. Toss the ball.
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly,
All right.
you ready to dance, my dear?
Who am I dancing with? You?
You're going to dance with me.
Yay.
Kelly, will you dance with me?
I'm not a very
Let us
good dancer,
enter the
but
dance
are you
floor,
a good
Kelly.
leader?
No. I'm a fantastic trainer, terrible dancer. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Ring, ring. Hey, this is Zach at ABC Company. What can I do for you today?
Hey, Zach, thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help you?
Mine's Kelly. I am with the benefit doctor, and I sent you a couple of emails. I'm not sure if you got them or not, but wanted to reach out and connect with you. I absolutely love working with companies that offer benefits, but at the end of the day, they really want to just make sure that they have the best value for what they're providing their employees.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
Awesome. Do you currently offer benefits to your employees?
We do. Yeah. Yep. We literally just went through all this stuff in December.
Oh, wow. So it's pretty fresh in your mind.
A little too raw. Yep.
Yeah, I get that. If you could have done something that would have made it better, if you could have made your benefits better, would you?
I mean, I feel like we knocked it out of the park with what we got. Like, I mean, we did the very best we could. I certainly didn't go second rate.
Hey, I hope you did. I hope you did get a really good deal. How did it go as far as everybody happy with their co-payments and their premiums and their deductibles? Like, all of that was smooth and everybody's happy?
People are going to complain no matter what, but we did the best we possibly could for them.
Yeah, I get that. And I mean, in insurance, a lot of people think it is what it is. But there are other options that people don't know about. If you could do something that would make them better and maybe reduce those complaints, would you want to know about it?
I mean, yeah. What specifically do you do?
So we work with companies to build them a custom blueprint based on the things they love about their insurance and the things and take out the things they hate about it, right? So, we understand that it's a complex situation and there are things you love, there are things you hate, and we try to fix that. Would it be worth 30 minutes of your time to see if we can help you guys out?
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, give it up for Kelly Mack. Holy smokes. Is this the same Kelly I met with just a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, the same Kelly that's over here sweating because I had to do that.
All right, well, let's open it up to some quick coaching from your peers first, and then I'll give you my feedback on it. But peers, any quick coach?
I can't see what she did wrong.
Only thing I caught in the beginning was that you love working with companies with benefits. I would say I love working with companies that care about their employees, because it just makes more sense. I think you probably intended to, but because that's what we do is we work with companies with benefits. So I don't know. That was just first thing that I caught. Only thing that I caught. What do you think? No? Not important?
No, it's great. Great. I love the feedback. Anyone else?
I think
All right,
it was
Kelly Mack.
just an incredibly smooth piece. And, if you're not winning with that one, you're going to have trouble. You're probably not going to win there. At least if you define winning as setting up a time to have a conversation soon.
Okay. So, Kelly Mack, I can't completely let you off the hook, right?
I know.
Like you just know that. All right.
I
So
know.
couple things for you to chew on and go back and watch this particular little segment if you want to. And that is this. So when you immediately got on the phone, you opened up the conversation. Hey, this is Zach, ABC Company. How can I help you? And you immediately went into your framework that sounded a little bit more like a script than it did a conversation, right? So you did a good job. You followed your who, you got your what. I would agree with Rebecca on this one that your avatar could clean up a little bit. It could be a little bit more emotionally connecting or emotionally repelling. Just companies that offer benefits. That's okay, but it's probably not going to pull people in or repel people away, right? So keep that in mind. But when I said, this is Zach, ABC Company, how can I help you? And well, my name's Kelly Mack and I'm calling you today because nothing wrong with that. But just make sure you're still being you and your personality. If the decision maker does in fact answer the phone, hey, this is Zach over at ABC, how can I help you? Well, Zach, so good to talk to you. I'm actually hoping that maybe I can help you. Oh, yeah. Well, what's up? Well, my name's Kelly Mack and I'm calling today because. See, just that one little tiny difference allows it to go into the conversation a lot faster.
I love that.
Teeny tiny, dumb detail. But that dumbest, stupidest, tiniest detail will change the way this conversation goes. Or, okay, I just got to listen to what she has to say, and then I'm going to either object or clarify. Okay, all right, I'll listen. Do you see that tiny, dumb difference?
It's not dumb. That's great.
But the reason that Zach picks on the tiniest little details is because the tiniest little details are the ones that will move mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long time, but for those of you that are inside of this ninja class right now, I did a video a long time ago back in the Facebook group called Do Sweat the Small Stuff, right? Everybody says don't sweat the small stuff. And I believe it's the small stuff that quite frankly matters many times more than the big stuff. And I'll give you an example. I'm probably more aware of the small stuff than a lot of people are because of my name. How do I spell my name? How did my mama spell my name?
Z-A-K.
Z-A-K. Do you want to take a guess at people who know me and know me well all the freaking time will send me emails, texts, emails, texts, LinkedIn messages, Facebook message, Instagram messages, places where my damn name is on the signature and they'll still say Z-A-C, Z-A-C-H, Z-A, anything other than Z-A-K. All the time. Like every single week, I get those messages. Dear ZAC, I watched your YouTube video and it changed my freaking life. Apparently, I don't know how to spell your name, but thanks anyway. Details matter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't pay attention to the tiny details, oftentimes you miss the bigger stuff. So this is just an example of a very small detail. If you get a decision maker that engages you that way when they start the conversation, or they come out of the office or out into the lobby and they're like, how can I help you today? Man, make sure. Well, my name is Kelly and I stopped. That's okay. It's kind of the same thing I just told Lynn. You followed the framework. You got your objective met. Your who, what was there. I'm going to give you a gold star for it. But if we're going to practice until we can't get it wrong, not until we get it right, we still got a little more work to do. Is that fair? Is there anybody other than Lynn, other than Kelly that's learning right now? Little tiny dumb details. Kelly, toss the ball for me.
Brad.
All right.
Brad. DeBoat, you ready? I'll even dance with you, Brad. That's how good of a dancer I am.
then you're probably going to show me up.
Let's see what happens out here. All right. Phone or field, doesn't matter. Same process.
Field.
Hello.
Can
Can I help you?
Hey, thank you so much for coming out to greet me.
Sure. What can I do for you?
I'm Brad, and I like to work with small, locally owned businesses who really care about their people. You know, I'm talking about the type that genuinely treat their employees like family and want them to do really well.
Good, man. You may be calling on the wrong spot then. I barely tolerate some of these fools.
Well, but they're kind of a necessary evil sometimes, aren't they, Zach?
Well, family or my workers?
Workers.
Oh, I thought we were talking about both. Well, then, yeah.
Well, the people I work with are frequently people who would love to put together some type of employee benefit package, like a real insurance package to help their people out. But something's kept them from doing it. Sometimes it's cost or being too complicated, or maybe they haven't found the right solution.
Okay.
If you guys ever even considered offering benefits, that's exactly what I do.
We do now. Yeah, we offer them right now. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Now, if you guys were, if there were some situations where you thought that it wasn't perfect, or your people thought it wasn't perfect, and you had an opportunity to change that, would you be interested in doing that?
I mean, maybe. We just literally shopped this with our broker back in December and renewed on a 1/1. So I mean, we did our due diligence, that's for sure.
I can see some of the pain in your face right now.
Yeah.
If there were some things that maybe everybody doesn't know about or isn't doing that would try to make your people more happy and maybe work better for you as a business, would you be willing to spend 20, 30 minutes going through that with me and seeing if we could help you out?
Like what?
Well, we look at building things from the ground up and using unique methods to try to put together a package that works for the business and that the employees really like. And frequently it involves just trying to understand what the needs are and then looking at the best possible ways to package it together.
Hang on one second, Brad. All right, sorry. I've got a contractor blowing my phone up, so I was telling Laurel to go deal with it. All right. I'm going to just pause you real quick. So right there, the third volley, the one we just went back on again, that ended in a question. I said, like what, right? So like what? Clarifying question. Guys, whenever you've got to, I need everybody to hear this and like really, really, really listen to understand what I'm about to say. Whenever you get really good at defining who your avatar is, defining who you love to serve, it attracts and it repels. It's polarizing. Whenever you get that dialed in, what is going to happen to the number of objections that in a period, what's going to happen to those?
It's going to go down.
Okay. They will decrease. What will increase?
Questions.
Clarifying questions. They're going to say things like, that's interesting. How would you do that? Like what? How exactly would that work? What exactly do you do? What do you mean by that? I feel like we did a good job. Yeah, of course I'd want to know what though? You're going to find a lot of those end in a question mark, and you have got to be able to clearly answer their clarifying question in as few words as possible. So whenever you guys are going on and on and on about whatever your answer is, the faster and faster and faster, they're going to start tuning you out. So an example of this, you need to go back into, if you haven't looked at your, for those of you that have went through the entire decision maker tree that I've got for you in your members area, you need to look at that again. And you're going to realize clarifying question, answer the question, then you ask, so do you want to meet? They're going to ask, they're either going to object or they're going to clarify again. Remember, especially by the time you get to that second or third volley at the most, which Brad and I were on the third volley right there, right? Brad needed to come back right there with Zach. Like, I mean, the ultimate way that we do it is we look at what you got. We see if we can make it any better without blowing your budget up. But the last thing I want to do is waste your time or ask you to buy something that ain't going to help you. If we can help you, I would want to move forward with you. If we cannot help you, we'd walk away. If those are the ground rules, can we schedule a meeting? Like that's that third volley, you have to go all in. If you spend a long time answering me about, well, we break down the analysis of the deal and we build benefits from the ground up and we that's a whole lot of nothing to me. I don't know what any of that meant. What I need to know, every single decision maker out there, even your avatar with desire, 100% of decision makers out there have two fears. We can never forget this. Somebody tell me what their two fears are.
Waste their time and them feeling like they're sold.
Okay. Wasting time or getting sold. Whenever I object, what am I doing? I'm objecting for what reason?
Clarification.
I'm objecting for what reason?
I don't want to be having this conversation right now.
Okay.
You feel like you're
I
being
don't
sold.
see any reason to meet with you. Therefore, I don't want to waste my time and I certainly don't want to get sold. And since I don't see any reason to meet with you because I just did this in December or whatever my objection was, I object to giving you my time because there's just no reason to. I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to get sold. That's always going to be the root. Is this making sense so far? Whenever I clarify, when I ask a clarifying question to Brad, like, sounds interesting. So like, what exactly do you do? Question mark. Why am I asking the clarifying question?
Because you're interested.
Okay, because something Brad said earlier made me go, huh, this could be interesting. But before I agree to meet with you, I need to make sure you're not about to
Sell me.
My time.
or
Waste my time.
Waste
Waste
time.
my
let
time.
me clarify what I think you said before I give you my time because I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to get sold. So understand this, clarifying questions and objections still funnel down to the same root, the root of the two fears. It's just how we handle them slightly different. An objection ends in a period, agree, clarify. Clarifying questions in a question mark, answer the question, and then you ask for the time. And if that happens 2 times, but on the third one, just go all in, Brad, all in. On that third one, I don't really care what they say on the third one. It's Zach, listen, it sounds like you might be interested, but here's what I want you to understand. If I can't take what you're doing and make it better without charging you more money, I wouldn't even ask to earn your business. I wouldn't ask you to change anything, like nothing. If I can't help you, I walk away. Would you be willing to meet for about 30 minutes to see if I can do that? That's a pretty clear indicator. I'm not going to sell you and I'm not going to waste your time. And here's the magic, y'all. We know the two fears because I've taught you the two fears, and most of you hear the two fears and you're like, oh my gosh, he's right. Those two fears do exist. But the magic is you can't call those two fears out by name. In other words, you would never look at a decision maker and say, listen, Zach, I know that you're scared of being sold or having your time wasted, and I promise not to sell you or waste your time. Who the hell are you to call out? Like, does that make sense? You would never do that. I hope. But you have to understanding the root cause of objections and clarifying questions should give you mental freedom to understand, okay, objection, I need to agree with it and then clarify, are you my desire with avatar? That's all I need to do. Answer, agree with the objection, clarify desire. When they ask a clarifying question, answer the question, ask for the appointment. If the volley happens more than twice, what do we do?
Go all in.
Go all in. So Kelly, not Kelly, Lynn, this would have been another example of something you could have done on that, on your role play. Now you chose to respect it and just move it to September. And again, I'm fine with that. But this is another example of what you could have done if you wanted to. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Brad, in your own words, what in the world did you just pick up out of all that?
Sorry, I didn't catch what you said, Zach. What did you say?
Oh, dear Lord. I'll let Kelly repeat the whole thing.
He asked in your own words, what did you learn from that?
What I learned from that is that I've got to have a very specific, concise response to that question, which comes up very frequently in one form or another.
The clarifying questions, right?
And that particular clarifying question, we've heard it a bunch of times that you, over the last few weeks, that the answer is too long and it's wishy-washy. And you've got to be very specific and then let them talk again.
Okay. Absolutely. Now, one more thing I want you guys to be aware of. In this room right now, I have brokers, like multi-line appointed brokers right now, and I have carrier reps right now. Make sure that you're aware of what tools are inside of your toolbox. If you're a carrier rep, you carry a certain toolbox. If you're a broker, you carry the same toolbox, it just has more tools in it. That's about the only difference, okay? So why is that important? Well, that's important based on who your avatar is and the outcome you provide. You cannot be a carrier rep and provide a broker outcome. You cannot be a status quo broker and provide a next gen outcome. And you cannot be a next gen broker who only provides a carrier rep outcome. You got to know what you freaking do and the outcome you provide. So you got to be crystal clear on that. If you're a carrier rep, please do not use the outcome that a broker provides. If you're a next gen broker, don't use the outcome that a status quo provides. So when I say avatar plus desire, it is absolutely desire for the outcome you provide. Does that make sense to everybody? It's really important that you grasp that, because if your toolbox is labeled Aflac, there is nothing wrong with that. I built a very successful career over there for 16 years, just doing that. But I also knew what tools were in my toolbox, and I did not misrepresent my tools. So that's really important when you say, man, I love to work with small businesses who would love to put benefits in place, but budget or whatever reason haven't been able to find what they're looking for. I help fix that. What exactly do you do? Well, and it's a relatively simple concept, but we just make sure that employees have got things taken care of in the event that, they get hurt, they get sick, whatever. If you want to be able to offer something, but you don't have a huge budget, I can do some pretty cool stuff. That would be a beautiful outcome I provide as a
Carrier.
carrier rep. Okay. But it would not be a fantastic outcome I provide as a broker. Do y'all understand the difference?
Yep.
Is one good and one bad? No,
No.
it's just the outcome you provide. Okay. Brad, toss the ball for me, would you?
Oh, I think I'm going to let Chris talk.
Of
All
course
right,
you are.
Mr. Yin.
And before we get the misspelling of the names, I might have it worse than you. The number of ways I've heard Yim spelled.
I can only imagine. It's like, dude, it's 3 letters. How can you possibly screw up 3 letters?
Right. And then when they see the white face and the Chinese last name, that's another story. But
All right, Chinaman, let's dance. Ring, ring. Hey, this is Zach over here at ABC. What can I do for you today?
hey, Zach, just wanted to take a quick minute just to introduce myself. My name's Chris. I'm a benefits advisor with Aflac. I'm just reaching out to some companies in your area. I work mostly with small businesses, with them to provide additional benefit options, better protect their employees financially, and leave the business in a stronger position when it comes to recruiting, growth, and just wanted to see if there was possibly a time we could meet next week, see if there's anything we can do for you in terms of improving your benefits.
Chris, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Man, we've actually looked at Aflac a number of times over the years, and it's not something we've decided to move forward with.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what was the reason for not moving forward?
We just didn't feel like it was something that we needed to put in place. Our people said they wanted it, and then the moment they found out they had to help pay for it, boop, they're out.
Gotcha. So very budget constrained employees. Now at the time, I'm in the brain fart here. This is the irony. I do this for new people. I torture them and then I have to come back and do this and I fall apart.
I torture them and then I come to be tortured.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so it was just purely a budget issue for your employees. They were interested, but for whatever reason, when the time came to make that decision, it was just out of reach for them. Does that sound right?
You know what? Everybody says they want something until Paycheck Friday comes, and then all of a sudden they want to know why stuff's coming out of their paycheck. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast in this industry.
Gotcha. Listen, if you're open to it, more than happy to give you a rundown on some of the things we're working on now, some of the new product offerings available, but that's up to you. I'm available next Monday. If not, no hard feelings, and thank you for your time.
Okay, so I'm going to cut you off there. Chris, when you picked up the phone or you went out in the field, don't care either way. When you got me to come out of come out in the lobby and or you got me to pick up the phone, what was your objective?
Get a meeting with you.
Okay, so to get a meeting scheduled. So number one is I'm going to challenge you on that. Your objective needs to be to get a good quality yes or a good quality no, end of story, right?
Yep.
Especially if you're training new people have got to believe that everything that they're doing is causing them to win or they will quit.
Yeah.
And good luck with that. That is a hard way to scratch out a living when people quit faster than you can get them trained. So there's that.
Right.
Number two, and really kind of the more important one. How do we schedule decision maker meetings? What mathematical formula have I been pounding into people's heads for the last couple of years that schedules meetings? Somebody help Chris out.
Avatar plus desire.
Okay, avatar plus desire equals DM scheduled. So if my objective is to get a yes or no, the formula I use to get my yes is avatar plus desire equals yes. Avatar plus no desire equals a freaking quality no. No avatar plus desire equals a no. Avatar but no desire equals, there's a lot of ways to get to no, a lot of ways. That's why we got to go through so many no's to get to a yes.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of ways to get to no. There's only one way to get to a yes. Avatar, desire. Who was your avatar?
I really didn't define it, I don't think.
I would say you didn't define it much at all. It's just your entire opening line was, hi, I'm Chris. I represent Aflac. I'm calling you today because I work with a lot of other companies in your local geography and I help them with X, Y, and Z. Would you like to meet based on X, Y, and Z? No,
That
not
sounds
really.
about right.
Like, we've already looked at Aflac before. We're really not interested. And then you did what Aflac agents have done for the last 50 freaking years. You said, cool. When's the last time you looked at it? Cool. Do you mind telling me how come you guys didn't move forward? Cool. Did you know that everything has changed? We got new products, new features, new advantages, and new benefits. Everything's new. None of that crap. I mean, we went right into very, very, a well-worn path of objections and how I'm going to overcome these objections. If you will stop right there. Oh, you guys have looked at Aflac before. Yeah, we did. And y'all did not move forward. No, we did not move forward. Gotcha. So let me ask you this. Are you the type of owner that you looked at it because you really, really, really wanted to put something in place, or because they hounded you until you met with them, or like what? No, we were actively looking to put something in place, but haven't found what we're looking for. Okay, so you want to, you just haven't found the thing. Correct. Do you mind sharing with me, like, what's the thing? Well, I'm looking for medical insurance. You want full major medical, Blue Cross Blue Shield, like insurance. Yes. And what's kept you from that? Budget. So by understanding what their actual desire is and the outcome you provide will allow you to steer that conversation of, listen, Zach, I don't know if it would make sense or not. You've obviously looked at Aflac in the past. You haven't looked at it with me, but the only way I'd want you to look at it is if we can put something together that makes sense to you and protects your people and protects your budget. If we did that in under 30 minutes, would you give me a shot to see if I can help you? Well, Chris, I mean, maybe, to be honest with you, I've looked at it a couple of times. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do that's any different. Zach, I don't know that I'm going to do anything different either. I love getting to work with business owners who want to, but haven't found the right thing. And if I can help you find the right thing, I would love to. If I can't, I wouldn't ask you to buy something unless you were genuinely excited about it. So, want to meet? Do you see the difference in how those two approaches would work?
Yeah.
Why?
The second one was an actual conversation and not just me pitching.
But using, like, how could you do what I just did based on the frameworks that I teach you? So here's the only difference. Like, everybody, please watch this. Everybody pay attention to this. I answered the phone. Chris said, man, thanks for taking my call. My name's Chris with Aflac. I do this thing with other companies in your area. I'm really awesome at what I do. This is the outcome that I provide on A, B, and C. Do you want to meet? You know what, Chris? We've looked at Aflac before. It's not something we're going to be interested in. Well, do you mind me asking you why you weren't interested in it? Well, to be blunt, I saw no need, but nobody's going to tell you that. I've had one decision maker that I can recall in years and years and years of doing this that was honest, and said, because I don't see any damn need. Most of them are going to tell you anything else, but here's the truth. Like, the truth is that is not a good question. Why is that not a good question?
Too open-ended.
Because they're never going to tell you the truth. Here's
Right.
the truth. Like, here's the truth. If it is true that every decision maker has two fears, there is one truth to why decision makers do not move forward with you. Here's the one single truth. They saw no need. Because let me ask you a question, Chris. Last time you decided that you needed something and you wanted to get it, what did you do?
I bought it.
You got it. When you decided you needed something, and then I decided that I even want to go ahead and do it, I just do it. I don't ask for permission. I don't crunch a lot of math. If I want it, I go to Amazon, and 24 hours later, it's sitting on my doorstep. Why is it any different with your insurance product? The reason they don't move forward with you is because they saw no need. If I decide that, man, that thing that Chris told me about, I think we need that. That would actually help us with X, Y, and Z. That would solve this problem or that problem. I want to put that in place. I am not going to go poll my employees. I'm not going to ask if they want to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to see if they want to meet with us at their safety meeting. If I, the freaking boss, decide that's something we
Need.
then I'm going to do it. I don't need anybody else's permission. That's why my name is BOSS. Does that make sense to everybody? So I'm not a fan of asking, when's the last time? How come you didn't? What happened if? What the employees think about? Like, don't know, don't care, don't know, don't care. Let me tell you the real truth. Here's the real truth. I didn't see any need in it. This is why we got to go back to avatar plus desire, not desire. Listen, it is not desire for the product you sell. It is not desire for your accident plans, your short-term disability, or your cancer insurance. It is not desire for the features, advantages, and benefits of your product or your price or your service. It is not even the advantage of working with you. I don't know you. I don't care about you. What I care about is the outcome you provide. That's the desire. The desire was, so here's the real question, right? You looked at it before. Yeah, we looked at it before. Now, is that because you were wanting to put something in place? Like you want to do something to help take care of folks? Or no, not really. If you tell you the truth, our employees turn over like freaking clockwork. I met because this person hounded the heck out of me, brought me free donuts 7 times. I have 9 ducks sitting back in HR's office, and I finally relented and gave them the stupid meeting. Gotcha. So you're not looking at all for any type of insurance benefit or solution to help your folks at all. Nope, sure not. High five, bro. Thank you so much. Avatar, no. Desire, no. 0 plus 0 equals 0. Peace out.
1 out, 2 in.
Chris, is that helpful or confusing?
No, it's helpful.
You look deep in thought, so I'm not sure if all that's like sinking in or what's happening.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep, so
He's digesting that. That's some stuff right there. All right. Pass the ball for me real quick, would you?
I don't think Hakeem's gone yet.
Hakeem, how's
Zach.
beautiful San Diego?
It's raining. But I love the rain.
Hey, it's
Zach.
raining in Tucson, Arizona too, but we've got it better than all those New Jersey and Wisconsin folks on this call. Suckers.
Got that right. Zach, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. You are a hard guy to catch up with.
Man, sometimes I don't know if I'm coming or going, but what can I do for you today?
Zach, I work with small business owners who want to enhance their benefit package. Do
Okay.
you currently offer any kind of benefits?
We do. Yeah. We've got full medical, dental, vision, life. We put together a heck of a little program for our folks. We take good care of them.
So obviously you care about your people.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're a good little group.
Zach, I work with Aflac, and I love working with people who have benefits and might want to.
We've looked at Aflac a couple of times.
And you didn't put it in place?
We have not anymore anyway. I think we made a switch about 2 years ago.
Okay, so do you offer any supplementals?
We do. Yeah, it's part of our overall benefits plan.
Okay, well, it sounds like you've got everything under control at this point.
I think so.
Okay, well, listen, I thank you for taking the time to meet with me. And here's my card. If there's anything, if you ever want to change, make sure I'm the first person you call.
Well, Hakeem, thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it.
All right.
Give it up for Hakeem, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, Hakeem. All right, couple things. Number one, did you guys see how Hakeem opened up that conversation? Like, instead of, he followed the who, what framework, but he had a very different opening, didn't he? What was his opening?
Very Hakeem. You are a hard person to get a hold of. You put his personality into it.
Yeah. Man, he's followed up trying to get a hold of me 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 times. And he's like, Zach, and you are one hard guy to get a hold of. Thank you so much for jumping on a quick call with me. Man, I don't know if I'm coming or going sometimes myself, but happy to talk to you. What can I do for you? Well, man, I'm giving you a call because it was so chill, so laid back. Like, that was beautiful. The way that you used your framework, but you were very Hakeem. It was dripping with your personality, right? So, like, seriously, I loved the way you opened that out. Now you're who? Hi, I'm Hakeem. Great. Who you serve, your avatar was a little bit lacking. I didn't feel anything that was attracting. I didn't get anything that repelled. I didn't get anything that made me lean in. It was just, man, we love working with business owners who want to enhance their benefits. Actually, and just to be a little bit crude, you said enhance their package, and I thought that was really weird.
Did I say package?
You did. They want to enhance their benefits package. Would you like to enhance your package today? I mean, it depends. What you got?
Oh.
Tell me about the outcome you provide, Hakeem. So, in all seriousness, yeah, it was something along the lines of I love getting to work with business owners who want to enhance their benefits package. That part, if your avatar was as good as your opening, this would have been one of my favorite ones that we've done in a while. You need to really work on that avatar a little bit so that people either lean in or are repelled by. Because especially Brad, this is for you. Hakeem, this is for you. Rosalie, this is like any of you guys that are single carrier reps and your toolbox is branded by the company you represent and the products you sell as the company you represent, and you have basically a hammer so that everything looks like a nail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's good or bad. It is the outcome you provide. Own it. Like, just freaking own it. Then if that's the outcome you provide, it's really, really important that your avatar is tied to the desire that you're able to provide for that avatar. In other words, Hakeem, man, Zach calling you today because, man, I love getting to work with little local companies that take care of their folks and love on their employees. And they've either got benefits or they really would like to put them in place. But, man, that dadgum budget. Do y'all have benefits now?
We do.
You do? So you obviously, like, I guess you do care.
We do care.
Gotcha. And so, well, I help, like, specifically what I do is things like Aflac and some other supplemental stuff that we can fill in some of the holes that medical leaves behind and whatnot. Do y'all have anything like that already built into your plan?
We don't.
So you got your major medical insurance and whatever, but the rest of it's up to the employees / you guys to just kind of figure out when they have to use it.
Exactly.
Hakeem, if you already are investing so much time and money to put benefits on the table, what if we spend, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes together and see if I can help you out, see if we can plug some of those holes up?
I'm pretty busy this week. We could probably get together next week.
Well, next week's fine with me. If you got 20 minutes you want to invest, I'll tell you what, let's call it 30 minutes. That way I don't run over, but I promise you 30 minutes. And if you find value, we'll talk about how we would move forward. And if you don't, we won't.
Fair enough.
Monday morning, 8:00.
Can't do it.
Then give me a time.
Monday, 11.
You're a hard negotiator, but I'll make it work. Okay. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Following your framework, inserting your personality, allowing your personality to shine through. But the really important part here is in that particular role play example, it was very important that carrier reps understand the outcome you provide, brokers understand the outcome you provide, and align your avatar's desire to your outcome. Stop trying to copy each other. This is
Makes
so
sense.
freaking important that my carrier reps, those of you that are in the carrier world, you got to get this. If you don't, and you end up scheduling an appointment on an outcome, a desire, an outcome that you cannot provide, then what are you doing? Hoping that you trick them into doing business with you? Just align their desire with your outcome. And if their desire and your outcome align, you will close cases faster than you've ever seen yourself close cases. Are y'all with me? All right.
Absolutely.
We are right at the top of our hour, but who has not gone?
Rebecca
Rosalie and Rebecca.
and
Do
Rosalie.
either one of you want to go this morning? Do y'all want to tango?
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and go. We're going to go a couple minutes over, but let's tango real quick, Rosalie. Let's go. Ring, ring. This is Zach. How can I help you today?
No, let's do field. I never do phone calls. I like walking
We'll do
into
field.
people.
I just came out of the office. Hi there. How can I help you?
Hi, Zach. My name's Rosie Parks, and I was just next door at Harkey Construction, and I thought I'd stop by and see you. I'm with Aflac
You
Supplemental
weren't over there
Benefits.
talking to Jack, were you?
How'd you know? Yeah, I was with Jack.
Well, because that Jack, he is just a son of a.
He'll get over it. He's not too bad.
Yeah, he's been a buddy for a long, long time. What Jack send you over here for?
Well, they offer Aflac benefits to their employees. They saw
Yeah.
the need for doing it, and
Yep.
I'm their representative. And I think it is a good need that they found, and they had the desire to do it. So I was hoping that maybe you could spend a few minutes with me. If you don't have time now, we can set something up. But I'm open right now for 15 minutes, and I could explain about Aflac benefits, how it works, and how you can do it at no cost to you. What would you
Rosie,
think?
I tell you what, you guys have been in here. I don't honestly know how many times over the years, probably more than I can count. I know my HR gal's got probably a dozen ducks sitting on top of her filing cabinet right now.
Wow. But you know what? You've never had me do it. I'm the best.
Touche.
I'm a veteran of 22 years, so I'm good at this.
I got you. Well, you probably really want to talk to Rebecca. She handles all that kind of stuff for me. But like I said, I know she has met, I don't know how many she's met with over the years, but a number.
Well, I would love to meet with Rebecca. She's the one who handles it. Is she available now, or can I make an appointment with her? What works best?
Hey, Rebecca, come here.
What do you want? Just kidding.
Meet Rosie. She's 20-something years with that duck you got sitting on your filing cabinet. She wants to talk.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Rosie. What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to talk with you, and I hear that you've had several Aflac agents in here. I was next door at Harkey Construction, and they suggested I come over and talk with you about Aflac benefits. They saw the need and the desire, and I thought maybe I could show this to you. I know you've seen a lot. I can see by all the ducks you have that you've seen a lot of people, but I've been with Aflac for 22 years, and I feel I'm one of the best agents that they have, and I can do you the best you can. I'm sure that you would find the desire and the need for these products for your employees.
How are you any different than all the other people that they didn't see any need for, my employees?
Well, I think the employees, sometimes they're not told exactly what it is or demonstrated in 5 minutes exactly what Aflac does and how it can help them and benefit them for a very low cost. And that's what I've been providing for 22 years. And I think it's very important for them. I saw the need when I was an employee somewhere, and then I ended up working for Aflac after that. But the need is there and the desire, and I'm glad I've had it. So would you have more time? I could sit down and give you a quick little demonstration about Aflac. I do happen to have my ducks right here.
I've got a few minutes.
I'm going to stop y'all there. Give it up for Rosie. Talk about a bulldog with a bone.
Hey, I just opened a new group last Thursday. Hey, that's 2 this month.
A
Woohoo!
22-year veteran that's still out there opening groups. You gotta respect
Thanks,
it. You
Zach.
gotta love it.
I gotta tell you, I love this. I'm not thinking, wow, can I really do all this? But I go out and I do it. Of course, it helps if they call me and say, I want Aflac. Okay.
No doubt. Rosie, here's my feedback for you. All right. You are 22 years in. You've got the personality to make this thing shine. You're a bulldog with a bone and you don't let go. All fantastic, wonderful things. If you were here as a DSC or as somebody training new people, I would rip you to shreds. You're not. You're building your business, your pipeline. I wouldn't
right.
change a whole lot. If anything, the only thing that I would, what you did really well is you stayed pretty clear of trying to overcome the objections. Really what you were selling more than anything else is you were selling you. You were selling you, you were selling your 22 years. It's not transferable. It's not coachable. It's not something that will work for people outside of Rosie, but it's working for you. The market is the boss. You're opening groups because of it. Shut up and keep doing it.
Thank you. Thank you. Plus,
There
my
you go.
name is so famous. Rosa Parks.
It
I mean,
is.
come on. And I'm
And
from
that-
Detroit.
You cannot beat this. So
I know, and I got the Aflac duck. There you go.
Rebecca, do you want to wrap us up for today?
You're gonna be running out on a wet track again. You might want to wear the same sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So they don't ruin more. But it's not coming out long, so.
All right. Got that one muted. Rebecca, do you want to wrap us up for today?
Yeah, with what?
Let's go ahead and wrap her up. Phone or field, what you want? Not that it matters because it's the same thing.
Phone.
Ring, ring. Hello there. This is Zach.
Well, good morning, Zach. Thank you for taking my call. My name's Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca,
And-
what can I do for you today?
Well, I was hoping that I could maybe help you.
Okay. Well, what you calling for?
Well, I work with a company called the Benefit Doctor, and at the Benefit Doctor, I like to help employers who just really love their employees enough to put great benefits in place. And but for the time and money they're spending on putting those in place, they want to know that they're getting the best bang for their buck.
Yeah, we have benefits in place, and I would always love to know if we've got the best we can do. I think we do. We actually literally are in the middle of renewal right now. Our renewal is 4/1. So we're in the process of signing all the docs as we speak. It's sitting on my desk.
Doggone it, I missed I missed you. But no worries. How are you feeling about your enrollment going on right now? Did you feel like you got just same as always, another increase, and you just have
Yeah.
to put up with it, or
14%
really super
increase this year. It's very exciting.
yeah, very exciting. You kind of feel like you don't have any choice in the matter. It's just like rinse and repeat, right?
That's pretty close to where we're at. We shopped it around and we managed to go from what was going to be a 22% rate increase to only 14. So I guess we're winning at only 14.
Well, if that has to, if you have to feel like you're winning when you're really losing, what would you say if I said I could maybe make that better?
I would love to see it. Our current broker shopped it pretty hard and this is what we got. So are you doing something wildly different?
We actually are. We're a different kind of brokerage. And we kind of, I don't know if you know that all healthcare is negotiable. We take and we negotiate each step of the process, and we're able to custom build a plan just for you based on your needs and desires for a package, what your employees like, what you like. And we try to bring you something back that'll just plain knock your socks off. And within the budget or below the budget that you currently have. Would you consider 30 minutes on the phone with me on a Zoom call? Just to see if what I'm saying is possible.
I mean, it sounds incredibly intriguing. I'm not going to kid you, but we literally are less than 2 weeks away from our effective date. We've kind of already, I feel like the ship has already sailed for this year. This may be something we need to take a very strong look at the end of the year, or maybe January 1. Is there any way you could give me a call back at the end of the year?
Absolutely, I can do that. Let me ask you this one thing. If you could make a difference now, you could make your package better now, or would you?
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think we have time to do anything in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, why don't I calendar you for January, but I want to let you know that there is always that you're never locked in to what you have right now. If you could make it better and I could save you, I could come under budget and give you better health care. Would you want to get on a call now and do something about it now, or just take that information and save it for January?
Okay, so a couple quick feedbacks here as we wrap up our call for today. So guys, what a perfect illustration of what we've seen from what your toolbox is and the outcome you provide. Very different with what Rebecca's doing right now. Would y'all agree? Rebecca, here's my feedback to you. That is by far. Have you been making PQL and LOF calls? Like live ones, real ones?
Yeah. I
can tell because you've progressed. That was not even, I don't think I'm meeting with the same person that I met with 3 weeks ago. Your skill set and your confidence have moved a lot. And that only comes by doing. So first, congratulations on doing. Second, the way you opened up your conversation right there at the beginning, like you heard and you know what, it's actually to see if I can help you. Beautiful. Like way to follow your framework, but listening to what's being said to understand, not just respond. Then you moved into kind of who your avatar was. Not bad there. It was a pretty good avatar. This is what they want to do. And this is who I help. And this is what they'd like to do. Is that something you'd be willing to meet on? You know what? We're in the middle of that right now. The paperwork's sitting on my desk for 4/1. I don't think we have time. Man, I understand that. Wow. It sounds like I just barely missed you. Are you happy with it? Like, is everything? No, 14% rate increase, this and that and something else. So here's what I hope you were hearing. Was I your avatar?
Yes.
Do I have desire?
Yes.
What was not on your side?
Time.
Really bad timing, because literally we're in the final throes 2 weeks away from our renewal date.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been a perfect opportunity when you're listening to understand. You're going, okay, in the middle of it, 2 weeks away from the renewal date, already signing the paperwork. Zach, it sounds to me like you would love to do something to make that 14% even better if you could. Yeah, I'd love to, but it's kind of too late. Tell you what, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do to help you in the next 14 calendar days. But after you get the renewal done and you get your 4/1 effective date, what if right here, while this is all still fresh, let's meet first or second week in April. Look at what you guys just did. Look at what we do at the Benefit Doctor. And if we can help you, we could help you a lot sooner than next year. Maybe we could help you a lot sooner. And if not, at least you'll know for next year. Would that be fair? Okay, thank you. I am your avatar. I have desire. What the problem was with what you were doing right there, you did so good until you came back for the third time to say, but would you want to wait an entire year? That was time number 3. If you're not careful, I'm going to start feeling like you're pushing me, and I don't like pushy people.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the opportunity was to stay sweet, Rebecca. The person that started the call is the person that needs to end the call. The person that started the call was to see if they could help me. Ooh, there's no way I can help you in the next 14 calendar days. What if we did this instead? Get this monkey off your back, finish doing what you're doing. But while it's still fresh, what if we met and looked at what we do to see if we could help you? And if we can, great. And if we can't, at least you'll know for next year. That's a pretty easy thing for me to say yes to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Make it easy for me to say yes.
I have a
If you make
quick
it easy
question.
for me to say yes, you're more likely to get that yes. A good quality, scheduled, calendared yes.
I got the same situation yesterday and the lady said, leave her on the line. I'll be with her in a minute, you know. So she said she wants to talk to you. Can you hold? And she was on the line. And then she came in very, very matter of fact. And she said that they are locked in or they're finishing up in 2 weeks. And so I had the situation and I told her that, you know, I just said, you know that healthcare is negotiable. And she goes, yes, I know that. And I said, what would you say? I said, if you could make it better, would you? And she said, well, yeah, but we have a CEO and we have a so-and-so that need to be in on the decision. And she said, can you send me a letter? Because I was telling her kind of what we do a little bit. And she said, can you send me a letter so that I can give it to them? And so I did an email, kind of a very brief email, kind of trying to tease it a little bit so that they would be interested without going into detail, and sent it to her. So she had something to give them. Is that all right to do, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. No problemo.
When they ask for it, you just don't want to not do it, even though I know we have them in the follow-up system and stuff, which sends out emails, but it was a little confusing. I wasn't sure. But yeah, I get that a lot right now. This time of year, we're getting a lot of that. We're in the middle of it.
Yep.
So that was good that you gave me that kind of a situation. Thanks.
Perfect. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up our second to last Ninja class for at least this version of Ninja class. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had a really good time. Continue to use this stuff in the field, make an impact on your life and other people.